I'm Dr. Michael Ings, cultural historian, historical interpreter, costume dramas, and I've been doing that since 1983. And if you study the African American history of Arizona, the first person that should come to mind is a man named Esteban. Esteban was a slave to the Spanish. He came from Azamor in West Africa, was brought here by his owner, Dorantes, and started his journey in the area near Tampa Bay, Florida in 1528. Lost with 300 people on the Narvaez expedition, he walked across the continent over a period of 8 years back to Mexico City. He was one of only 4 survivors, but he'd learned all the native languages, sign languages, and also because he was not only of African descent, he's also an animist. So the native peoples were drawn to him because they shared the same belief that everything is alive. Even rocks are alive. They just go a lot slower than we do. So when Esteban reached Mexico City, the viceroy, Mendoza, realized this man could be very important to us because the Spanish believed there were 7 cities of gold called Cibola that existed north of Mexico City in what we now call New Mexico. And so he borrowed or purchased Esteban from his owner and sent him north with Fray Marcos de Niza in 1536 to find the 7 cities of gold. This journey, in which Esteban disappeared, they say he was killed by the Zuni, but they never found his body. And if you talk to many of my friends in law enforcement, what you find is when you don't have a body, you don't have a death, you have a missing person. So in a sense, Esteban was a missing person and is still a missing person because we don't really know what happened to him. Some say he would have come back from his journey with Fray Marcos and walked back to Mexico City, but Fray Marcos had let him go many days or even weeks prior to his disappearance. So in that time, Esteban was actually a free man. And if you think about his 2 journeys from Tampa Bay, Florida to Mexico City over 8 years, and then his journey from Mexico City north to be the first non-native person to cross what is now the border of Arizona and Mexico, you have to realize for that period of time that he was ahead of Fray Marcos, he was a free man. And I haven't talked to a single black person who said he would have come back into slavery. This makes Esteban one of the greatest explorers of all time. And we hardly hear about him because they consider his story Spanish history or Mexican history, not American history. In the 1619 Project of the New York Times, they even said he wasn't the first person to enter the continental United States. Well, I don't know when Arizona stopped being part of the continental United States, but I think they've corrected that now. So that makes him one of the first people to enter the continental United States. And we should celebrate him periodically because of that status.